From UFOs to ghosts and psychic powers, history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now and learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. Fear of the Walking Dead predates written history, and cultures across the world tell stories of corpses possessed by some evil force returning to terrify the living. With the emergence of mass media, films, books, and video games have transformed this ancient fear into a kind of recreation. People watch zombie films for fun and visit haunted houses on Halloween. But is there any truth to the legends? Are zombies real? Here's where it gets crazy. Possibly. It depends on what you mean. The term zombie originates from the lore of West African voodoo and Haitian voodoo. There are numerous anecdotes about sorcerers called bokors reanimating corpses. The most famous of these cases concerns a man who shambled into the Haitian village of La Esther in 1980. He made his way to a woman named Angelina Narcisse and claimed he was her brother Clairvius. Yet Clairvius had not been seen since 1962, when he was buried. His return inspired Dr. Wade Davis to embark on the zombie project, traveling Haiti between 1982 and 1984 in search of a scientific explanation for zombies. He collected samples of the dust bokors use in their zombification rituals, and he found several common ingredients: pufferfish, marine toads, tree frogs, and human remains. Some ingredients contain specific poisons and skin irritants. Several species of pufferfish used in the powder, for example, contain a neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin. Hyla tree frogs secrete a non-lethal irritant, and marine toads carry a host of toxic substances. If this powder could break through a victim's skin, Davis theorized, the tetrodotoxin could paralyze the victim, making him or her appear to be dead long enough for a funeral. Afterward, the bokor merely needed to dig up the victim. Davis tested the powder on animals, but other scientists have questioned his methods, including the reliability of his results. While some experts see this as the only possible explanation for zombies, others see it as pseudoscientific, pointing out that many so-called zombies are in fact mentally ill or handicapped rather than dead. Yet even if victims of poisoning are the root of zombie stories, these victims are usually dazed and docile, a far cry from the violent cannibals of stage and screen. Human beings don't need to die to behave like zombies from horror flicks. They just need to be infected with the right diseases. In an earlier episode, we examined the curious effects of parasites. Some, such as toxoplasmosis, can alter the perceptions and behaviors of their host. Usually these hosts are mice, rats, or cats. However, experts estimate that millions of humans have been infected at some point, and studies show the parasites may influence human behavior while also increasing the chance of mental instability. The jerky physical movements of movie zombies can also be found in the real world, thanks to various diseases and disorders. For example, the rare disorder known as Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease or mad cow disease in cattle. The physical symptoms and hallucinations of this condition may cause someone to have jerking movements and a strange gait, looking much like The Walking Dead, minus the cannibalism. Yet these diseases and parasites are not likely to cause a rampaging horde of monsters. It seems the zombie swarms of movies don't measure up to reality. Where does this leave us? If actual zombies are victims of poisoning or have misunderstood psychological problems, then it appears there is no proof of genuine Walking Dead. At least, not yet. Tune in next week for the second part of our zombie series, how human beings may be able to resurrect the dead, and why it may be something they don't want you to know.